Hello everybody, my name is Matt, and today I'm going to be showing you how to manage your Pi-hole server that you've deployed probably on a Linode, AWS, Google Cloud, or on a Raspberry Pi, it doesn't matter. And most of this content will be done in the web interface, but I am going to show you a few things to do in the command line, such as changing your admin login password, or adding some whitelists and blacklists, and updating the binary and the gravity database. It's all really, really easy stuff. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and open up PowerShell. PowerShell has a built-in SSH client, so I can just type SSH root, because that's the user that I'm going to be logging in as, and then 192, I'm going to punch in the address of my deployed Linode, and it's going to ask me for the password, so I'm going to give it my password. Boom, I'm logged in. So the very first thing I said I wanted to do was update the admin password for the Pi-hole login. So we're going to do that. If we type Pi-hole /A /P, it'll prompt us to input a new password. So now a new password has been set to the Pi-hole. And very quickly, I'm going to show you, while we're already in the web or the command line, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to update Pi-hole. Pi-hole /up. It's that simple. So now we're going to let this finish checking for up. Now this is going to apply. We're going to do this again a little bit later. But if you need to update your gravity database, which is where your whitelists and blacklists are stored, we're going to type Pi-hole /G. Boom. That simple. Let's go ahead and pop into the web interface. Now we've went ahead and logged in. Now, the very first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to change our upstream DNS provider. So if we hit Settings, we click DNS. Now, if we're running Unbound and we want to resolve our DNSs locally, we're going to type 127.0.0.1 pound 5335. Might be 5353. Check the Pi-hole documentation. But maybe we don't want to resolve locally there. Maybe we want to resolve to a Lumen DNS server, a 4.2.2.1. So we can do that. So we can send some upstream stuff there. And maybe we don't want to use Google as our DNS provider at all. Maybe we want to use Cloudflare over IPv4. And so you also have the option to select 2 of your own custom upstream IPv4 DNS resolvers and 2 IPv6 resolvers. And I'm going to go ahead and hit Save. And now you have updated your upstream DNS providers. It's that simple. So now what we're going to be doing is we are going to move forward with uploading common whitelists. So you'll notice if you deploy a really aggressive Pi-hole instance that YouTube Watch, like where you were in a video, doesn't work right. And sometimes achievements on Xbox are broken. Well, this web page that you see here actually has a ton of commonly whitelisted domains to make sure things work for you properly. And if I paste those in, boom, we've now added some stuff to our whitelist. So if we pop back over here and we go to our whitelist, we'll notice, hey, there's stuff here. And I probably should have showed you this page before, but before, there wasn't really a lot here. But now there's more things. So that's really cool. But now let's say we want to add another domain to the whitelist, such as for Dropbox. If we're here at the Pi-hole forums and we click this little copy thing, we can copy there. We can pop back over here, and we can domain to be added to the whitelist. Add to whitelist. Boom. It successfully added 5 domains to the whitelist. Be careful when you're copy pasting, because look at that. I didn't even notice, and I just want to see Pi-hole. Huh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, as soon as I saw that there was only 3 domains supposed to be whitelisted for Dropbox, hey, we knew we did something wrong. So punch in the domains you'd like to whitelist here. And I'm going to go ahead and just whitelist linode.com for fun. Boom. All right, cool. So now I'm going to upload a blacklist. So I'm going to pop over to the blacklists. And let's say I don't want anyone on my network to go to that adult content creators website. If I punch this in here, add to blacklist. Now, for it to take effect, you can go, I believe it's under Tools, and Update Gravity, and click Update. You can do it this way, which is great and all through the web interface, and it even shows you the output, or you can pop over here to your PowerShell and do Pi-hole /G. It'll do the exact same thing. So pick the process that you like most. Do it in the web interface. Do it on command line. That's cool. So the next thing is general ad lists. Now, you can look all over GitHub, all over the internet, the Reddits, and find ad lists. But to add them, if we go to group management and then go to ad list, here is where we can add ad lists. Now, if we go to our dashboard, we see there's 100,000 domains, 100,077 blocked on the default ad list, which is this one. But I'm going to pop over here to Firebog, and I am going to open some of these lists. And if I take this file, okay, so this is a block list, and it blocks, what does it block? It blocks suspicious content. If we right-click this and copy the link, and you can also do the same as just opening and copying this link up here, copying the full thing, and we pop back over to our pie hole, and we punch it in, boom, cool. All right, and so if you go back to Firebog, we'll backspace, and you come down here and you want to block some advertising lists. Copy the link, pop back over, pop that address in there. Give it a friendly name so you can identify the ad list. Click add. Boom. You've added domains to your ad list. Let's go back. Let's, some malicious stuff. All right, this is a great one here. This one says crypto. We want to block some crypto-y things so that nobody can crypto mine from our device. We'll copy that. We'll pipe over to Pi-hole. We'll paste it in. We'll call it crypto one. We're blocking, okay? We'll click add. Now, to get this to take effect, we need to update gravity. Go to tools, go to update gravity, click update. We'll give it a second. Look at that. It's successfully added. Now we go to our dashboard. Look at that. 114,243 domains added to the ad list. But it's that easy. And if you go through and just add a bunch of these lists, be sure to read Firebog's notes up here about the check marks and where to report false positives. But if you get them, you probably will. That's okay. So the next thing we're going to cover, now that we know how to add ad lists, is creating groups and using the client management feature. So this is great. This really is. If we pop into group management, we can pop over to groups. This is the default group. Let me show you. Here's your clients. Now, I just connected my phone via VPN, PyVPN with WireGuard to this thing. So if we look at the query log, these are from my phone. So if we go back to the clients, we are going to add the client and just give it a friendly name. Now you don't have to add the clients. Pi-hole is going to work on this network regardless. But this helps you define your groups so you can be very particular and very specific about ad lists. So let's go back to our groups and let's add another group. I want to create a group for my wife, and I'm going to name the group wife. Okay? But let's say she uses Facebook. But I don't use Facebook, so I'm going to have a blacklist that just blocks anything on the Facebook domain. But she wants to use Facebook. So what we can do is we can pop over to the client or the domains. Let's see here. Let's search it. Facebook, and we can say that this only applies to the wife domain. So maybe this was a bad way to look at it. And we'll click apply. And I don't know if we need to, but hey, just for fun, we're going to go ahead and Pi-hole space -G just to update gravity and make sure that that's cool. But if we pop over to our clients, I can put my phone and say the wife group. And now click apply. And okay, I messed up my analogy. But now, because I added the Facebook.com blocking to the wife group, and now I put my phone in the wife group, my phone will not be getting anything from Facebook.com. And that is how you can use groups and group management to really kind of pinpoint and cater to your users and your environment. Maybe your kids play Roblox, but maybe you don't want to get any Roblox advertisements ever. Go ahead, create a group. Make a custom group. Make as many as you like. Apply people to those custom groups. It's okay. It's cool. So now I've shown you how to add users and groups. I've also went ahead and shown you how to update the binaries from the command line. The last thing I want to show you is how to monitor the flowing DNS requests. So if we pop into Tools, and we pop into the query list, let's go into tail.pyhole.log. So this is logging all of the DNS requests. So boom, I'm going to pop into speedtest.net app on my phone. Tons of ads, right? Well, I'm not currently getting any. I'm going to run a speed test. Here you go. You can watch those DNS requests flow on through. And now you can attempt to identify what is being served as an ad on a domain, and you can block it. Let me show you how. Query log. Something going to, I don't know what that is. Maybe I'm getting ad, doubleclick.net. That sounds like an ad thing. Let's blacklist it. Add it to the blacklist. Doubleclick.net. Add it to the blacklist. Hey, we don't like Amazon being able to serve us media. Add it to the blacklist. And then, hey, don't forget, pop over to Tools, pop over to Update Gravity, Update Gravity. Now, you might break something doing this. And when I say break something, you might cause a device on your network to not be able to load a network resource. If you do, it's okay. Just figure out what you blacklisted and whitelisted instead. Or just remove it from the blacklist, so it's neither whitelisted nor blacklisted. If it's whitelisted, though, it will always be allowed. It won't be filtered. But blacklisting will be blocked, always. But there's the gray area where it's unassigned. It'll probably be allowed unless you blacklist it. So you have to tweak and tune Pi-hole to meet your needs. But hey, I hope this helped. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.